everybody, my name is Mr. Francy and welcome back to Mr. Francy Reads. Today I'm doing another one of responding to your comments. I love filming these videos and you all seem to love getting my verbal responses to your comments rather than physically not physically, but typing out a response. So let's jump right in. I have so many comments. Thank you for all your love and support and generosity that you give me on this channel. Really, it is some of the biggest motivating features of my work that I do here at the channel is seeing all the lovely comments that you all do leave me. So thank you so much before we begin. All right. Now let's jump right in. So the first comment comes from Mum's Book Collection. It was placed onto my March TBR video, and it says, "Lovely TBR, happy reading." Thank you, Mums. Really appreciate it. I was very excited about my March TBR, and I think overall I had a great time with my March TBR reading it. So thank you. Jane from the Reading Nook commented on my reading vlog from the 25th of February to the 4th of March, saying, "I really want to reread Mistborn Era 1. Hopefully I can fit it in. I already want to reread The Alloy of Law and only just finished it." Fantastic, Jane. That's awesome. Look, I have to say, of all the Mistborn books, The Alloy of Law for me was my least favorite, but yeah, that was just because there was an element in The Alloy of Law that I didn't like. I won't say what it is because it's potentially a spoiler. It's to do with the magic system that I didn't like, but if you want to know, let me know. Reach out to me. I'll let you know privately. But, yeah, Mistborn Era 2 grew on me. So I gave Alloy of Law 5 stars. What's the one after that? The Bands of Mourning. So Alloy of Law 3 stars, Bands of Mourning, 4 stars, and Bands of Mourning is one more time. Okay. Alloy of Law, 3 stars. Shadows of Self, 4 stars. Bands of Mourning, 5 stars. So it grew, on me, with time. And I'm going to be reading book 4 in Era 2, this year. So looking forward to that one coming up a little later on this year. Excellent, Jane. Yeah, I really enjoyed my reread of Mistborn The Final Empire. I think I always will. It is a book that it doesn't matter how many times I read it, I always love it. I always talk about it. I probably talk about it to death, to be honest, on this channel. But there's a reason for it, and that's because it is my favorite book of all time, because no matter how many times I reread it and know exactly what I'm gonna get, I still love it. So, yeah, I still love it. And not only do I still love it, but I still love it 5 stars worth every time I read it, and really enjoyed my reread of Well of Ascension as well. And I'll be reading The Hero of Ages in, I believe, June is when we're doing that buddy read. So there you go. Thanks for your comment. The Witchy Reader, Johara, commented on my reading vlog 25th of Feb to the 4th of March, saying, "Awesome vlog." Thank you, Johara. Really appreciate it. Again, Johara commented on The Witchy Reader, commented on my bookish burnout and how to deal with it video by saying, "I hate bookish burnout. I think I either have that right now or I'm in a slump." I'm so sorry to hear that. So that comment was posted a couple of weeks ago. I am catching up, so I do apologize for the delay in getting back to everyone's comments, by the way. But yeah, Johara, I hope that you're in a better place with your reading at the moment than you were 3 weeks ago. But yeah, bookish burnout is definitely not easy. So I hope that it's certainly not easy and it's not fun. So I hope that everything is going better for you now, and I hope that some of those tips might have been able to help as well from that video. Okay, Cav Reeves responded to my reading vlog 7th to the 12th of March 2023 with a big comment. Yay, I love my long comments. Saying, "Yay, congratulations on your finely honed armchair sleuthing skills." Thank you, Cav. I love how you worded that, obviously referring to me picking who the killer was in Death of a Chocoholic. Yeah, I've only ever picked the killer twice in a cozy mystery book, and I've read many cozy mysteries, so thank you, I appreciate that. Cav goes on to say, "I'm a fan of Amanda Flower's Magic Garden series, but I'm also a fan of Scottish settings, so I can see how if you're not, you might have a problem." I more had a problem with the narrator's voice that they chose for the protagonist. But as far as the Scottish setting, it was different for me, but I didn't dislike that. I actually didn't mind that. I found it refreshing. It was just, yeah, the accent the narrator chose to, for the protagonist, it just, yeah, it really got to me. But, yeah, there you go. Cav goes on to say, I really enjoyed the magical elements and how they developed over the series. I am looking forward to seeing how that will develop as well over the course of the series. Have you read her Magical Bookshop series? I plan to. Actually, book 1, Crime and Poetry, is on my April TBR for that series. So yes, I'm going to be reading both the Magic Garden and the Magic Bookshop mystery series by Amanda Flower this year. Cav says, you might like that one better. I really love that one. Some lovely, quirky, magical elements too. And it's not set in Scotland, so it's got that going for it. Yeah, if I said that I really didn't like or had an issue with it being in Scotland, I'm sorry. If I did say that, because looking back on it now, I don't have any recollection of having an issue with it being set in Scotland, the Magic Garden series, but mystery series. But yeah, I am looking forward to seeing an American setting once again in Magic Bookshop. We'll see how we go. But yeah, very much looking forward to starting Magic Bookshop and continuing on with the Magic Garden mystery series. Thank you, Cav. My dear friend Michelle from Cozy Reading with Michelle has commented on my reading vlog 7th to the 12th of March 2023 saying, I love being able to get the killer right. Makes me feel smart, lol. Yeah, right? Exactly. She goes on to say, I hope you enjoyed your long weekend reading. I did. I love when I have long weekends. It is amazing. I can talk to many different people when they have an upcoming long weekend and say to them, so what are your plans? What are your plans? Oh yeah, and what about you? And they'll all give some sort of a different thing about, oh, I'm going to go out and do this. And meanwhile, here's me going, I plan to stay home and read as much as I can for as long as I can. Because for me, that is entertaining. I cherish when I have multiple days in a row when I can afford to just sit there and read and not think of anything else. And so I love and absolutely cherish any long weekend I can have because it allows me to take as much time as I want to read. So yeah. Very, 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 much enjoyed my long weekend reading. And, Michelle says, I can't wait to read Flowers and Foul Play, maybe in April. Ooh, let me know if you do, what you think of it. Thank you, Michelle. Jane from the Reading Nook commented on my 7th to the 12th, of March TBR reading vlog. And, Jane says, great vlog. Thank you, Jane. She goes on to say, I definitely need to read Well of Ascension again because I forgot about Oriane. I remember the scene between Orosur and Vin when they're watching Ham and Breeze arguing and Orosur asks Vin if he can eat them to stop the arguing. That is, I'll finish the comment, but I have a response to that. His reasoning is that Ham is named after a piece of meat and Breeze is pickled because he's drinking wine. And she has what looks like a laughing emoji there. She goes on to say, I've read Flowers and Foul Play and gave it 4 stars. Excellent. And I'm glad you enjoyed Flowers and Foul Play. As to your description of that scene with Orosur and his thoughts on Ham and Breeze, I remember thinking to myself as I was reading Well of Ascension, I know that this scene is coming up and I can't believe that I'd forgotten about this scene, but I know it's coming up and I can't wait to experience it. And then I did and I was so happy. And then in the aftermath, I thought, well, hang on. How can I not remember that scene, but then know it's coming up? And then I realized, oh yeah, I'd read Jane's comment that she left on my video. So thank you, Jane. It was perfect timing. You had written that comment. You'd posted that comment before I got to that point in Well of Ascension. So that was great. It was just perfect timing. It was so close to me getting to that point in the book as well. So really appreciated that. And, And Oriane, yeah, oh gosh, Oriane is quite the character. Thanks, Jane. Sherry Will commented on my reading vlog 7th to the 12th of March 2023 saying, I'm sending some applause, and she has some applauding emojis. Thank you. Thank you for responding to my request for an applause. I appreciate it, for guessing the killer. And she says, good job guessing the killer. I've also decided because of you and Jane's review of this book, I'll be skipping this book in the series. Death of a Chocoholic. Fair enough. Several years back, I DNF'd a cozy on the 3rd page when the main character, began fat-shaming another character. Lee Hollis's book, of course. There you go. Yeah. So I can absolutely understand where you're coming from. I have heard that book 5 is a lot better than book 4, so I'm very intrigued to get into that one when I do, and hopefully it will be the saving grace for the series for me, because books 1, 2, and 3 were fantastic, but yeah, that is why book 4 did let me down. So yeah, I can appreciate why you're going to skip that book, and glad that we could give you that heads up. Johara the Witchy Reader commenting on my reading vlog for the 7th to the 12th of March 2023 saying amazing vlog. Thank you. Jane commenting on my book Unhaul, the Reading Nook Jane, saying, I'm all for DNFing a book if it's not working for you. I was listening to the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, made it to chapter 8 and had to drop it. Yeah. And that's, yeah, exactly right. In fact, one of my goals, for 2023 is to DNF any book that I'm not enjoying. I put a significant amount of pressure on myself, or have in the past, to finish books that I have started. And over the course of time here on my channel, if you've been following my channel long enough, you would have seen this play out. I went from someone who did not DNF at all because it was so built into me that that's the wrong thing to do, to starting to make compromises to DNFing, to now I'm happily at the point where if I don't like something, I'm not going to waste my time. I will gladly DNF it. Buddy reads are the hardest for me. I DNF'd Clockwork Princess recently, the 3rd book in the Infernal Devices series by Cassandra Clare. And honestly, that was so hard for me to DNF because when I'm running a buddy read, I feel like I'm committing myself to that buddy read. So to DNF a buddy read is extremely tough for me. And you know, if I end up going through with a DNF for a buddy read that I'm hosting, that I have my reasons to DNF that book, because if I didn't need to, I wouldn't. And I'm so apologetic to anyone that I'm buddy reading with in that particular buddy read, whatever it is, when I decide I'm going to DNF a book. But yeah, it went very well. It went not very well, but everyone who was a part of that buddy read was understanding about why I DNF'd it, and I do appreciate that. And a big shout out to Nick. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Nick. Nick has been continuing on reading Clockwork Princess and giving me updates. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right, let's keep going. Johara the Witchy Reader commented on my book Unhaul saying great Unhaul. Thank you. Jane, the Reading Nook, commented on my genre hot takes video saying, I feel the opposite about cozy mysteries. I like seeing more mystery in the book. If it's even 50-50, then that, if it's even 50-50, then this is ideal, I think is what she's saying there. So yeah, I can understand that. You know, everyone is different. And obviously for me, it's more the cozy side, and for you, it's the mystery side. But I think that's what works well with cozies, and why there are, despite the fact that in my opinion, cozy mysteries are still considered to be a hidden gem, especially in my country. I mean, hello, let's interview 1,000 people who read in my country and say, do you know what a cozy mystery is? And they probably will have no idea what that is, because we don't sell them in Australia. It is so weird. You have to get cozy mystery books delivered to the country. If you want them, you personally have to have them shipped from overseas, because the bookstores don't have them. I don't know what's going on in this country. We are so backwards over here. But anyway, but the good thing for those who do know, not only know what cozies are, but who love cozies, is that whether you love the mystery side, the cozy side, or a hybrid of the two, there's something in a cozy mystery for everyone. So there you go. But yeah, thank you for that, Jane. Johara the Witchy Reader commented on my genre hot takes video saying, great video. Thank you, Johara. Cav Reeves commented on my reading vlog for the 13th to the 18th of March 2023 saying, I just finished A+1 for Murder a week or so ago. I have the next book on my TBR. Great premise for a cozy mystery. I completely agree, Cav. I loved A+1 for Murder. As I have said already, I was not a fan of the mystery, but I loved the cozy side. And I recently received the next one. I think it's called A Perilous Pal. I'm just going to double check that. Yes, A Perilous Pal. It is ready to go for my May TBR. So I'm very, very excited about that. I can't wait to continue on with that series. I hope there's more than 2 books. There's only 2 so far in that one. But thanks, Cav. Mr. AJ the Artist commented on my Why I Exclusively Listen to Audiobooks video with stars and sparkly hearts. Thank you, Mr. AJ the Artist. You've been supporting my channel for a very long time now, and I really, really appreciate the support. So thank you again. Sherry commented on my Why I Exclusively Listen to Audiobooks video by saying, I'm pretty sure that 60 to 70% of my reading is done on audiobook. I do read physical books, but the vast majority of the books I read are audiobooks. I'd be lost without them. They're so perfect for my walks. Yeah, fantastic. And I think that's the wonderful thing is that different people will listen, those who do listen to audiobooks, that is, will listen to audiobooks for different reasons. I've heard a lot of people say to me that if they have the choice, they prefer to physically read, but they love having an audiobook for them when they go on a walk, or if they're doing a workout, or when they're cleaning their home, or making dinner, or whatever. In fact, I've heard a really good one which was someone who predominantly physically reads was saying to me that they will physically read the book, and then what they'll do is while they're cooking dinner, they'll switch to the audiobook and have it listen to it being told to them in the audio version while they're making dinner for the family. And then when they're done with dinner and they want to keep reading, then they'll just switch back to the physical and they can go back and forth. And I think, yeah, wonderful. I've been trying to convince my dad to get into audiobooks because, he used to love reading. I definitely got my reading from both my mum and my dad, and my dad hasn't had a lot of time lately to read. And I said to him something that other people have said to me that they do with audiobooks, which is listen to audiobooks on the way to and from work. And yeah, I'll update you if he gets back to me and lets me know that he's done that. But he has an account with Audible. This is the funniest thing. My dad, he doesn't listen to my videos, but he has an account with Audible and he hasn't used it yet, and he's still paying for it. And I said, Dad, you might as well start listening to something. You're paying for the subscription. But yeah, anyway, yeah, so different people listen to audiobooks for different reasons, and I'm loving seeing all your all's different reasons why you listen to them. But wonderful, Sherry. Thank you for your comment. Jane says, for the same video, the audiobooks one, when I was younger, we had, books on tape and they came with the story in the book that we could follow along with. Yes! We had a lot of Disney books on tape. Yeah, I started off with those. It's funny because I did say in that video that my first experience with an audiobook was listening to those classic collection books by, Ladybird was the publisher, because my sister was listening to them and I would borrow them from her. But in fact, my very first experience with an audiobook was the Disney audio cassette tapes that accompanied the picture books. Yes, I know what you're referring to, and I have fond memories of them, especially Beauty and the Beast. There would be these moments when the Beast would roar.
He had only picked one rose when he heard a terrible sound behind him. Turning round, he saw a big beast. The big beast said in a big voice,
"You ungrateful man, whose bed did you sleep in? Whose food have you eaten?"
Roar in the audiobook, and I was a kid, and I was a good little kid, so when the beast would roar, I would turn the volume down. And then, of course, I would tell my dad, "Dad, I turned the volume down when the beast roared." The things we do as children. There's a view into my childhood. Jane goes on to say, I'm starting to prefer audiobooks over reading a digital copy of the book. With audiobooks, it's so convenient because you can do other things while listening. Yeah, exactly. Yep. As we've been discussing as we're going along. Yeah, completely agree with you. Jessica Lynn commented on my reading vlog for the 19th to the 25th of March 2023. And Jessica Lynn says, it doesn't really matter to me about your reading vlogs. Oh yeah, as far as voting for if we should continue on with them or not. I love hearing your reviews and ranting about the books that you have read, but if it is gone, it doesn't really matter as you pretty much put your rating on the Discord. Yeah, that's true. Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe is my favorite in that series, followed by Prince Caspian and the Silver Chair. Hope you're enjoying all your videos. Excellent. Sorry. No. I saw the word videos, but the word was reads. So I'll correct myself there. Hope you're enjoying all your reads. I'm so sorry, Jessica. I mean, could you imagine? What a lovely comment. I mean, either way, hope you're enjoying all your videos. I am enjoying making my videos, but that's not what you meant. And I do apologize, Jessica. You were saying, I hope you are enjoying all your reads. And I am. Thank you so much. Yeah, which one am I reading this month? Let me have a look. So, I'm reading The Horse and His Boy this month and Prince Caspian next month. So, yeah, there we go. Looking forward, to continue on with the Chronicles of Narnia because it's been a whole lot of fun. And thank you for your comment. I really appreciate it. I decided to keep going with my reading vlogs, but, yeah, really, really appreciate, what you had to say there about them, Jessica. Thank you. Jane is commenting on the same video. Jane saying, I was watching your vlogs to find out what you thought of them. Your reviews are very detailed and I think that they should stay, but if you want to stop doing them, then that's fine. Yeah, and I mean, what both of you are saying is just so indicative of my experience on BookTube, which I really do appreciate. I have had other channels where I've done different things on YouTube and not everyone has been extremely receptive, but what I love about being a creator on BookTube, at least with my channel, different people may experience different things on their channels. I can only go off my own experience, is that you guys seem really open to different things that I might suggest or changes, adapting things or taking things out here, putting things in there when it comes to my videos. You seem really open to whatever it is that I would like to do. And I really, really appreciate that. So thank you. And, it's such a beautiful corner of YouTube to be a part of, that is BookTube. So thank you, Jane, for your beautiful comment. I really appreciate it. And as I did say, the reading vlogs will continue. And Mr. AJ the Artist commented on the same reading vlog with more stars and sparkly hearts, and thank you. I thanked you earlier, Mr. AJ the Artist, but I just really, really appreciate your continued support, so thank you again. Ashley Marie commented on my latest reading vlog saying Laura Bradford on Tiffany's Live from Sunday said that she is thinking of writing number 3 on her own, possibly writing it this summer. That would be awesome. Oh my goodness. If anyone knows if this has been confirmed, if the, Friend for Hire Cozy Mystery Series is going to have a 3rd book, please do let me know. That would be amazing. Oh my gosh. I'll be so happy about that. I would be fangirling over that. Speaking of fangirling, okay, this is very random. I know I'm responding to your comments, but I'm just letting you all know I found out 2 days ago, book 6 in the Secrets and Scrabbles series has been released on ebook. Lament at Loon Landing, it is out already. The audiobook, I spoke to Matt, who does the audio narration. I've spoken to him before about other books that he's narrated because he's an amazing narrator and we've just, messaged back and forth. And I asked him when the audiobook will come out. Apparently it will be out no later than the end of May. I am so excited. Can't wait to get on to Lament at Loon Landing. So, yeah. When you think that, a certain book may not come out, like Lament at Loon Landing or the 3rd book in the Friend for Hire mystery series, people can surprise you. Okay. So thank you, Ashley Marie. Cozy Reads has commented on my same reading vlog saying, I love the reading vlogs. Thank you, Cozy. Karen has commented on my open endings no video saying, I'm not a huge fan of short stories, but I find that some of my favorite short story authors use this technique, that is open endings. For example, Ray Bradbury, he's a master at leaving endings such that you want more. Yeah. So tough one to comment on with this one, Karen, because I don't know if you're saying that as a positive or a negative, but I can see both sides. I mean, yes, it does motivate you to want to read more and more, whether that be of the author or of the author specifically for that particular book. But yeah, it's something that still just annoys me. I get it, but it annoys me. Anyway, thank you for your comment, Karen. I really appreciate seeing your opinion and everyone's opinions on all these topics. It's great to see because with open endings, no, that was a video that inspiration grew very sporadically out of nowhere for that video for me, and you guys seem to enjoy it, so thank you. Jane commented on the same video saying, I was just watching Alice in Wonderland last Friday. I love the old Disney movies. Oh my gosh, they're so good. She says, I don't mind open endings if the concluding sentences make sense. Thank you, Jane. From your lips to every author's ears. This is what I'm trying to convey as well. I don't mind open endings if the concluding sentences make sense. Exactly. Couldn't have said it and certainly didn't say it any better in my own video. So thank you, Jane. Jane goes on to say one of my favorite thriller authors, Shari LaPena, has open endings in her books. After reading her books, you're left wondering what happened to the main characters after the big twist happens. That doesn't bother me too much. Yeah, I can understand that because it's a thriller. So absolutely, if it's a thriller or a horror or potentially a mystery, but no, probably not actually. A thriller or a horror, I agree with you because of the darker tone that it has. If it's left open-ended and that adds to the thrillingness of a thriller or the horrorness of a horror, that is fine with me. I absolutely can understand that too. So thank you, Jane. Amy, aka Rocky Mountain Book Addict, commented on my genre hot takes video saying, I need my cozy mysteries to have at least 50-50, mystery or leans more to the mystery side myself. I love the mystery parts the most. Yeah. And there you go. I seem to be standing alone. I think Cozy likes the cozy side as well for cozy mysteries, like I do. But a lot of people I know, I'm in the minority with that, would prefer either a hybrid or mystery leaning. And yeah, one of the great things about cozy mysteries is that it is meant to be, at least the way I see it, a hybrid of the two. For me, I just prefer it to be 90% cozy, and we're solving the mystery, as I said in that video, about the dog. You know, the next door neighbor bought a dog and we're trying to work out what its name is, and we find out at the end that Bingo was its name-o. Oops, sorry, spoiler, I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, thank you so much, Amy. Johara the Witchy Reader commented on my reading vlog for the 13th to the 18th of March, saying awesome vlog. Thank you, Johara. Johara also commented on my audiobooks video by saying, I've gotten into audiobooks recently. Still not my favorite type of way to read, but I understand why it's many people's preferred method to read. Yeah, excellent. And I'm glad you've gotten into them and that they have assisted you, for whichever books that you have been listening to on audiobook. Excellent. Thank you. And Johara has commented on my reading vlog 19th to the 25th of March 2023 saying amazing vlog, thank you. And on my open endings no video, Johara said, I hate open endings, I love a good conclusion. Thank you, preach Johara, thank you very much. My dear friend Michelle from Cozy Reading with Michelle commented on my April TBR saying, I adore this background too, so cute. Thank you, Michelle. And Jane says on my April TBR, I just posted my April TBR video today and I'm looking forward to starting Words of Radiance. I just finished my last book for March, so I'm going to start Words of Radiance tonight. Excellent. I hope you're enjoying it. Amy, Rocky Mountain Book Addict, says on my April TBR, I need to finish my April TBR. I have apple cider slaying myself. I think I will add it to my April TBR now. And I think actually Amy and I are going to buddy read apple cider slaying this month. So I'm very excited about that too. Thank you, Amy. Ashley Marie commented on my open endings no video saying open endings are a no for me, especially since I read mostly romance. I like knowing that there is going to be a happily ever after. And thank you for putting in that acronym, Ashley Marie, because it forced me to find out what HEA or HEA stands for. And it is happily ever after. So I'm so happy that I did. Yeah, but, I completely agree, especially since you do read mostly romance. It makes sense that you would want that happily ever after, or at the very least that very decisive conclusion. So yeah, excellent. Thank you. Mums commented on my reading vlog 7th to the 12th of March 2023 with some sunflowers. Thank you, Mums. Much appreciated. Andrea commented on my reading vlog for the 19th to the 25th of March, stating, I like your reading vlogs, but you could make them private and post a link on your Discord. Yeah, that is definitely another option. Thank you, Andrea. Johara the Witchy Reader commented on my April TBR saying awesome TBR. Thank you, Johara. Mums gave me some more sunflowers on my April TBR video. Thank you, Mums. You know, the funny thing, Mums, about that is that my mum, Mama Francy's favorite flower is sunflowers. So there you go. Great connection there. Thank you. Pat G left some sparkly hearts on my March wrap-up part 2. Thank you so much, Pat. Really appreciate it. Mr. AJ the Artist leaving some more stars and sparkly hearts for my March wrap-up part 2. Thank you, Mr. AJ the Artist. Sherry commented on March wrap-up part 1. I've decided to skip over the Haley Powell book when I continue this series. I've only read one book though. Yeah, absolutely fair enough, Sherry. Johara the Witchy Reader commented on March Wrap Part 2 saying great wrap up. Thank you, Johara. And Jane commented on March Wrap Part 2 saying I need to read Mistborn again. Good wrap up. I hope that you do at some point soon, Jane, and let me know how you go with it. And thank you for that comment. And right as we hit the half-hour mark, we are done. Yay! I am fully caught up from 4 weeks of comments. You guys are so amazing. Thank you so very much for all of your love and your comments and your support. It really does keep the channel going, and I really do feel the love. So thank you, one and all. But in the meantime, that is where I am going to leave it, letting you all go with peace, blessings, and so much love. Please do be kind and love one another and spread your sparkling energy all throughout the world. And until next time, happy reading. Bye, everyone.